on my left I have Shimano Saragosa, a mid-range reel. Then the next one will be Ocea Jigger F Custom, considered high-end reel from Shimano. And we have cheap Chinese reel, Ryobi, both are Ryobi. And another one is a Saltist, Lurekiller Saltist, so-called Stella copycat. And another one is also a Chinese reel, so-called Jigging Master copycat. Okay, purpose of this video is I received a comment from one of my videos that got one guy say that budget Chinese reel is as good as high-end reel. And what he says is that this guy, a Lurekiller that looks like a copycat of the famous Shimano Stella. This one is similar to Stella, just that it doesn't have the sealing for waterproofing. This is not true at all. Okay, you really cannot compare this $150 reel is as good as $1,000 Stella. There's no comparison. In fact, you cannot even compare with a Saragosa. A Saragosa is a mid-range spinning reel, but for $300, this is one of the finest quality reel that you can buy. Go. What you get for this reel for around 300 Singapore dollar is the build quality itself. That is, you cannot find it in a China reel. Okay, one example is a tolerance of this handle knob. Okay, it's a very good tolerance. The finishing, the tight tolerance of the handle, and the finishing, the quality finishing, overall quality finishing of it. Oh. Okay, good fitment of overall design. Okay, almost no flex, and everything just smooth. Okay, especially this one, you can see the line roller bearing. This line roller, there's no this kind of funny play. Overall for $300, a mid-range reel, what you get is a very good quality, build quality. It's just nice. Versus this one. Take a look on this one. So-called Shimano copycat. The play of it. And then this one just very loose. It's not a very good fitting, and especially a line roller. It's just moving. So much play. There's no way you can compare with a Saragosa. It's just nowhere. There's no way you can compare a Saragosa. This one only costs $160 versus $300. But the difference in build quality is totally different. Right? So there's one guy that commented that this gun is similar to Stella. Is not true at all. Right? You see how rough it is? To test a good reel, you just check how smooth the reel is, or how little effort to actually spin the water. Right. You see, it's stuck. It's not smooth. What you are getting is quality. You are paying that amount of money is to get quality product. This is something that Chinese reel is lacking. Okay, take a look on this one. How smooth the Saragosa is, or mid-range reel. Is for a Stella, it will be even more smoother. Okay, this is what you get when you pay extra money. Is the quality control and the tolerance, how well the product is made. Okay, this is how smooth a Saragosa reel or mid-range reel is. So don't compare with Stella. Stella is even more smoother than this one. So when with that comment saying that this guy is similar to Stella, it's just without the seal or waterproofing, is not true at all. Okay, you get peanut what you are paying, you see. Okay, this is what you are paying. This is $160. Of course you are paying for $160. Of course you are getting $160 kind of quality. You don't expect that you pay $160, you will get $1,000 quality. It just doesn't work. Okay, you are paying for the quality product in terms of finishing, the material used, and the QC control. This is a very rough reel. Okay, I just let you hear how rough it is. This is the $160 quality. This is how smooth a Saragosa is. See? There's people playing mahjong. Okay. You see? This is what the quality that you get. $300, $160. So that's the different quality. And I also have Ocea Jigger F Custom. You can consider it as a high-end overhead reel. Okay, this is a new Ocea F Custom that I bought for around $700. Okay, take a look on the quality of it. Okay, see how smooth the handle is. And then just take a look on the quality. Just the first impression is the quality of it. Okay, there's no scratches, nothing, no dent. Everything just looks nice. Okay, this is the kind of quality finishing that you get when you buy a high-end reel. And of course the product quality itself. Right? This is so smooth. It's just so smooth. Everything just looks nice. And all things just sounds correct. right? Everything just sounds correct. And take a look at the quality of it. Almost no play on the handle knob. And all this, almost no play. Okay, just a little bit of play. Okay, this is a $700 reel versus what you are getting with $160 reel. This is a Ryobi, so-called, not exactly a copycat, but have similar function as OJ, right? Star drag reel with auto engage, but what you pay is for 160. This is what you get, right? The material itself is all a generic handle, generic star drag. The finishing itself is not everything is really very smooth engaging, right? It just feels cheap. So for 160 you are getting 160 kind of product. So you can't compare with a $700 reel. Right? Everything is just, this is what you get. Right? Even the finishing is a bit loose. Right? It's not as smooth as OJ. Definitely not as smooth as OJ, because the gear itself, this is the quality of the gear cutting and finishing. You cannot compare with OJ. Same go for this one. Right. So when I receive it, there's some dent on the handle. Right. There's a bit of quite a lot of play on the handle knob. This to be expected for $160 reel. And this one also a lot more play than I would expect for the main shaft. Right. So you really cannot compare a high-end OJ with China reel. Right. You hear some noise here, but the play is just a little bit. It's not a lot. This is to be expected, right? But the amount of the smoothness of the reel is unparalleled. I'll let you hear how smooth this OJ is. Microphone I'll put below here. Right. This is how smooth the OJ is. Versus this one. Okay, this Ryobi BT Jigger have the same feature as OJ, star drag reel, auto engage lock, but do not expect the same quality. Right? Straight away you can hear the difference. Same go for this one. Right. And also for this one. This one is a copycat of Jigging Master. Almost the same design. almost the same design as Jigging Master, generic design, but this one is loose. Of course, you cannot expect similar quality as Jigging Master, right? Of course, you can use it, but you cannot compare that this one will be as smooth as the high-end reel that you buy, or you want to compare it with Thorium or other Daiwa brand. You will never have the same quality. This one only costs $250, but you cannot expect that this one will beat $1,000 reel. For $250, you get what you pay. Right? You get what you pay for $250. So all these are so-called budget-friendly China reel, but you will never get the same quality as OJ or even a Saragosa, mid-range Saragosa. So the argument is that when someone tell you their reel that they are trying to sell you for a fraction of a money, it will be as good as a Japanese reel, a high-end Japanese reel or mid-range Japanese reel is not true. What you are paying will directly translate to the quality of the product that you are getting. So OJ, the quality of OJ cannot be matched with the quality of this kind of reel or this kind of reel or even this, right? You will never get the same quality. Okay, what I'm trying to say here is that you paying top dollar, you will get what you pay. You cannot expect that a cheap reel that costs just $200 or $300, you'll get a high-end Japanese kind of quality. Especially with the comment that this Lurekiller is same as Stella quality. Come on, please. This one is a cheap reel. It cannot even beat a Saragosa. Okay, this one only costs $300 Singapore dollar, and the quality is so good that no other Chinese reel can beat it for this kind of price range. If you're on budget, you can just get a Saragosa. This one is already very good for your use. Instead of you are spending $100 plus $200 to get this kind of reel, a Chinese reel, why not you just get a Saragosa, and you have quality and peace of mind when you are using a branded reel. Well, may not be Shimano. If you like Daiwa, you can go for Daiwa. What I'm trying to say is that if you stick with reputable brand reel, you will never go wrong. Instead of you are going for this kind of no brand reel or this kind of Lurekiller kind of brand, don't expect that you'll get good quality out of it. So you really get what you pay, right? Yeah, that's all. Just to clear up some comment that people say that this kind of cheap reel can match Japanese reel is totally not true at all.